My name is Mark, and for a blissful 2 years, I thought I had found my soulmate in Lisa. She was kind, funny, and beautiful. We talked about getting married, buying a house, starting a family. I loved her more than anything in the world. I would have done anything for her, and she knew it. Our perfect world came crashing down on a rainy Tuesday morning. Lisa called me, sobbing uncontrollably. The doctors had just diagnosed her with a rare and aggressive illness. The treatment was available, but it was incredibly expensive and not covered by insurance. All she had was me. I didn't hesitate. I told her I would take care of everything. My savings, my future, everything I had worked for, it was all for her. The first few months were a blur of hospital visits, specialist appointments, and a constant stream of medical bills. I used up every dollar in my savings account. As her treatment continued, the money just disappeared. I took out a second mortgage on my small house and started working overtime. Friends and family told me I was doing too much, that I was a shell of my former self. But all I could think about was Lisa. I was so focused on saving her that I couldn't see what was right in front of me. I remember one night I came home completely drained from a 16-hour shift. Lisa was supposed to be resting in bed, but I heard her laughing in the living room. I walked in and found her drinking wine and watching a comedy movie, looking perfectly healthy. The sudden jolt of seeing her so carefree, so full of life, hit me. She quickly turned off the TV and pretended to be weak, but something felt wrong. The next day I found a receipt for an expensive holiday in her purse. The dates were from 2 weeks ago, a time she was supposedly in the hospital for intensive treatment. My stomach dropped. I did some research online and found the hospital she was supposedly in. I called and a nurse on the phone confirmed my worst fears. They had no record of a patient named Lisa. The medical bills, the appointments, the illness, it was all a lie. She had been using my money to fund a lavish lifestyle. My heart didn't just break, it shattered. The rage was unlike anything I had ever felt. I wanted to expose her, to ruin her, to make her pay. But I had a better idea, something that would hurt her more than any public confrontation. I knew she was planning a big birthday trip with her friends to a fancy beach resort. She was going to use the last of my money I thought was for her treatment, to pay for it. So I created a fake account and booked the trip, but instead of the luxurious resort, I booked a shabby motel in a completely different city. The names were similar, and the confirmation email looked real. I knew she wouldn't check the details until it was too late. The day of the trip, she messaged me a picture of her and her friends at the airport, smiling. 2 hours later, I got another message. It was a picture of her in front of the rundown motel, looking confused and angry. The final message said, "How could you do this?" I didn't reply. I just laughed. I didn't get my money back, but I got something more valuable. I got justice. Lies have a way of catching up to people. I'm no longer in debt, and I'm slowly rebuilding my life. I learned that my love and kindness are not a weakness, and that's a lesson worth more than any amount of money.